So Viva tries to offer some essentials for folks to start farming to help build that next generation of farmers. So one is a land base, having land to farm on. The other one is equipment and infrastructure. Another one is markets. So Viva has a CSA and marketing outlets for the farmers. Another one's capital. So we're developing capital programs so we can help farmers with loans or with bridge payments, and then education, so our education program and training. But yeah, one of the five essentials is infrastructure and equipment. So we offer on the farm to folks starting their business, we have greenhouse space, we have a wash pack, we have a cooler, which are all very important. But we also have access to a number and training on equipment.
We are still in the same area of a lot of our shared infrastructure, but specifically in our incubator tool shed. So we have a lot of different types of shared tools and equipment. We have some for our student farm, we have some for our incubating farmers, which is where we are now. So again, thinking about like what are some major costs that a new farmer would have to take on if they were to start outside of an incubator program. One of those things is tools and equipment.
So at this farm, we have a couple small tractors, four-wheel tractors, and some implements that go along with it. The ones we mostly use are we have a couple mowers. We have the brush hog, and we have a flail mower for incorporating cover crops, and then a spader, articulating spader. So we actually don't have a rototiller. We have a spader that helps fluff up beds and get it ready for preparation, but it's sort of a conservation tillage approach. And so we provide training to folks. So Bonnie and I, if folks ask us to, they need tractor work, they can kind of hire us, pay us to do it for them. Or we also have a training program so they can learn how to operate the equipment, pass the safety test, and then they can use it on their own. Yeah, we try to get our students on it a bit too, so that they get comfortable with it and have that experience. You see some folks who've never been on a tractor have big light up with the big grin when they're on prepping our beds. We just prepped for cover crop a little while ago. In addition, because we're small scale, we have a lot of folks that are interested in no-till or reduced tillage. We have two BCSs, which is a two-wheel tractor that have a number of implements on it. The one that's on the BCS behind me is a power harrow, and it has sort of an egg beater motion and some other. They're all sort of conservation tillage. It breaks up the soil and helps make a nice seed bed, but it doesn't go very deep into the soil, doesn't turn things over.
And then back here we have our rotary plow. This is most often used to build permanent raised beds, especially for our no and low till farmers. It's great to be able to set those up when you're setting your farm up. And then they'll often add compost to the tops to keep those beds from like fully collapsing, but it's a great thing for like one time setting up your farm. But the way this one works is it comes through, it's like what looks like a big screw and is on this angle. So as the gear comes through, it's cultivating and creating like a deep trench. And then the soil is getting sort of like how a snowblower functions, is like getting dumped out on the side. And so if you go one way and then the other way, that helps to create your raised bed.
We also have a number of hand tools. We've got broad forks and we have seeders like the Jang seeders, flame weeder. It gives folks a chance to experiment, see what equipment set works well for their systems without having to pay for it until they know that it actually works for them, and they like it and it works for their system.